Coming to you live again from the Diaspora Story. This is your boy, Mr. Super Latin. As we enjoy the vibe live, just tell me where you're watching us from. If it's from the 254, if it's from the United States of America, if it's from the United Kingdom, if from Canada, or whichever country you're watching us from, just give us a comment there on our comment section. This is your boy, Super Latin, bringing you a live show once more again. Today I have a very simple topic that somebody inboxed me yesterday to touch on it, that is on our young Kenyans with politics nowadays. Politics has become one of the best thing that everybody wants to engage in and wants to do it, but are we doing it in the right way or in a bad way? Before I go far, I can see my one of the best friends from Eldoret watching, Mr. Dan. Mr. Dan is one of the is the CEO of Class D Furniture Eldoret and is watching me live. If you want to make your house look better from the wardrobes, if you want to make your house better all the way, good furniture, good seats, you can just link on Dan. His name is Dan. I don't know his second name, but I know him is Dan. Class D Furniture. If you get to Eldoret, just ask Class D Furniture. He's one of the best guys who are giving the best, because I'm one of his customer and he really did the best furniture for me, and he delivers countrywide. You just need to pop in and he will do that for you. This is your boy Super Latin coming to you live from Diaspora Stories. I'm here today. We talk on politics a little bit. How our young Kenyans are really fighting in this kind of politics. Because I've seen recently Peter Salasya picking a fight with Babu Wino. And this thing has really gone deeper, whereby the guys in Jacaranda, the Kimbi and the rest, Okanga and those kind of people, they're really doing a good job. But they ended up into a very harsh fight simply because Peter Salasya had an issue with Babu Wino. Politics has gone deeper into a way. There are people who are eating politics, they live politics, they drive politics. Everything they do is politics, yeah? Lakini, there's this guy who's by the name Mandago, the former Uasin Gishu governor, once said that don't put politics to your life that much, yeah? The politics should live in the lungs. When you breathe out, it should come out with it, yes? This is your boy, Mr. Super Latin. If you eye to be in politics, maybe 2027, don't wait until 2027, then you come to tell us, I'm going to change water into wine. This is the time, man. Start it by now. Try to change the society, because there are so many people who have given this opportunity to help the society. But trust me, when these young men get there, they forget where they come from. And most of them, they buy big cars, buy big cars, buy houses, live good life, and they forget that you gave them your vote, Then we end up fighting. We end up disagreeing. We end up hating each other because of politics, But when these politicians meet, they drink, they take tea together, they eat together, then they laugh. But you and me down here on the ground, we hate each other. Never put politics that much. Never take it. It's never serious, man. In politics again, nowadays, it's no longer about like how politics used to be in 90s going back there. Politics of nowadays, people work smart. But the problem now that I have, and most of you have, is that there this group of young people who have gotten that chance to be in parliament. Trust me, most of them, they are just there seated. They have forgotten what they were taken there to do. They are seated. And some of them, they are doing so much PR, Instead of doing things that are really helping the society, most of them, they're doing that PR. If somebody, for example, gives a bursary, that is just normal money from the Mwananchi you're giving back. But some of them take that as development. Tell me, is bursary really a development, or it's your money? It's the taxpayers' money that they pay to the government, but it comes back in the name of what? Bursary. Somebody takes that as what? As a development. Hey, tell me where you're watching me from. If you're watching me from 254, just leave me a comment there. Or wherever you are, just leave me a comment there and tell me where you're watching me from. We have turned Kenyan politics into business nowadays. People invest their good money when they get in, when they make a chance of getting into the parliament. Now, people now, first 5 years, they spend all whatever they get from the government just for themselves. Most of them, these guys that we put into parliament, most of them have taken that advantage of living now that lavish life, that posh kind of life. And the Monanchi, you voted for this guy on August. Tell me until today, have you seen that guy passing around you? And you were one of those guys who was yapping, trying to sell ideas of this guy like never before. Tell me, have you seen him around since he went to the parliament? So sometimes when you pick these guys, let us elect leaders that can change our society. Let us elect leaders that can make a road that goes to your home. Don't elect leaders because you have feelings because of political parties, On 2017, I got a chance to work for Mr. Dr. Ekuru Aukot, who is a very great friend of mine. And he used to say that never elect leaders because they are from your tribe. Never elect leaders because you're benefiting from them. Never elect leaders because they speak with you the same language, or you are in the same business. Elect leaders because they are going to make your society shine. They are going to put their light that everybody enjoys. They are going to build schools. They are going to dig things like boreholes so that one or two people can enjoy having that free water that's come from the taxpayers' money. But what we do, our voting system nowadays has really changed. But I am happy. Like now, we used to see the Nyanza people, they have really worked hard in terms of bringing their place. They never vote, by the way. Like all the governments, if you count like Uhuru's government, the people from Nyanza never voted for Uhuru Kenyatta, but they are the ones who enjoyed most of the benefits. In 2022, trust me, they did not vote for President William Ruto, but trust me, soon they are going to be the big beneficiaries of this government. You're gonna see this, and you're gonna believe what I'm going to tell you. Tell me where you're watching Mr. Super Latin from. If you're watching me from any part of, just one comment is enough. Don't ignore. Just go to that comment section and tell me, what do you think of the parliamentarians that were elected? There was this ranking that was done soon that Mr. Peter Salasi was complaining that this kind of ranking that was done in terms of performance, it was a bit of influenced and corrupted. But it is not about which company does what on what in terms of ranking. Let the Monanchi decide who is doing a good job, and it's your people who can judge you. And if you are there, you are an MP, please, before these 10 years elapses or 5 years elapses, do something, man. We want to remember you. We want to remember you if you're doing a good job. If you want people to remember you, do something. Be an impact on somebody's life. Don't be a contact. Most of us, we're just there on the contact list. We are not impacting other people's life. If you get a chance to represent, be a leader. If you get a chance to be a leader anywhere, even in the company that you're working, and you get that chance of being a leader, it is good to leave an impact to people. Don't do things because other people are doing. I used to have this boss in my life who used to make me, push me to that corner, when I was just a small boy from the college. I was still young that time, and then I used to have this boss wants to bully me all the time. And I told her, she was a lady. I told her that life never goes the way you judge it. Soon, things might change. I am always impressed by one of these good friends of mine, Mr. Buseki, this guy from Uasin Gishu. Buseki used to be a salesman, a salesman in one of the companies. When you listen to Buseki's story, he used to be a salesman in one of the companies. Then he went back one day and bought that company. And with all the bosses that were taking charge of the company when Buseki was just a normal salesperson, Buseki went back, he worked hard, he went back to that company, bought everything, plus all the bosses, those people who think that they are alpha and omega. But sometimes life can, things can change. Things can change sometimes. So when you get a chance to lead, give guidance that is showing some good guidance. Don't just be a leader because you're there to show people how powerful you are or how strong you are or how you can find higher. When you get a chance to lead, be a good leader. Show people good ways, make others to grow to reach where you are. Make people learn something good from you. And always take critique on a positive way. There are some people who are junior in a society, maybe in a company, maybe in an organization, maybe like the leaders now I'm talking about who are in parliament. Don't look down upon anyone. I always tell people, when you look down upon anyone, unless you're looking down to their shoes, don't look down upon anyone. You may never know about tomorrow. So when we elect you and give you a chance to go to parliament or to go to represent us anywhere, go there and do the job that we have given you, man. Don't go there and try to start bragging and trying to show people how powerful you are. Things might change, yeah? Just give me a comment down there and tell me what you're thinking. If you've been a leader before, or if you're eyeing to be a leader, what are your plans? Are you going to be a leader who is going to boss and bully people? It's not right if you bully people. That is totally very wrong. One of the best ways, to make people grow is educate them, teach them, make them understand the policies, the rules, Sometimes you get a chance to be in parliament, maybe as an MCA, maybe as a member of parliament. The good thing you can do is that make people have the services. The services, I mean, those simple things like connecting roads, make them good. If you are elected to be a member of parliament, those small things, make people have roads, make people have water, make people have lights. There are villages in Kenya now, there are villages in Kenya that whereby people even don't have lights. Thank you, Dan Okwema. I'm seeing you're watching me direct from the United States of America. Thank you, Mr. Dan. Mr. Dan, you used to be one of our CUCSA members. He understands finance, Yeah. So if you get a chance of leading, give us the right thing. Don't be just there and taking advantage of us. I know many leaders who have really taken advantage of people. We only see you on the top of your car, you're driving your big car, and we do nothing about you, man. These are the things we need to look and we need to agree. If we give you a chance to lead. If you give you a chance to be a leader in an organization, make other people grow. Make other people to be where you are. Educate people. Let people learn something from you, man. I hope we're together. I'm coming to you live from Diaspora Stories. We are just enjoying good vibe here and talking on leadership, because leadership is a very big topic, and it's big topic. I can't just elaborate it widely, but I'm trying to touch on areas whereby most of us, we are undergoing this stress. There are people mentally who are affected even in their workplaces. When you tell somebody to go to work tomorrow and they just remember, I'm going to that company, I'm going to meet that boss, I'm going to meet that lady, that man, trust me, that person mentally is affected, Make environment at work friendly. There's some companies whereby you find you cannot even differentiate a manager and a junior employee. They are members of parliament, you cannot differentiate them from their wananchi. They have that chemistry whereby, they communicate with each other in a way that you can't differentiate. And they inspire. One guy by the name Pepe Minambo wrote this book that Inspire Before You Expire, because you may never know. Like President Uhuru Kenyatta has really mentored very young men. When Uhuru Kenyatta had an issue with his Jubilee party, like few days ago, you see what happened. Most of the young men popped out to support him and stand with him. Though some were opposing, but most of the young men came out. So trust me, if you have a chance, use that chance at that time that you have. Make people learn something from you. Don't bully them. If you bully, you may never know. Maybe tomorrow your kid will go ask for a job. And trust me, the HR that might be there, maybe it's my kid or your kid, then things will not work the way they work. So as a good leader, always emulate good leadership. Emulate good leadership. As we going to end of this show right now in the next 5 minutes, I want just to encourage you one thing. Go to YouTube, log into your YouTube account, search Mr. Felix Okituk, then do that subscribe, because we go live from Facebook and direct to our YouTube channel. And make always that we comment and have this conversation from Facebook direct to our YouTube channel. And one thing I can advise you, if you get a chance to lead without any discrimination. Give your services with equity, because if you do discrimination, trust me, whichever color you are, which tribe you are, always remember that judgment day, things might overturn. That is one thing I can tell you. Always do things with equity, and always try to listen. The problem that you have, most of the leaders, they don't listen. You want to do things just the way you want, And always, if you listen to people, you'll come to realize that there are things that you did not know, and they can correct you. They can make you understand more. And that's the best way of leadership. In leadership, again, there's this part, if you ask those people who've been in management, like Mr. Sheriff Okwema, my good friend in the US. This guy has been a leader in Kuksa, in the college. I know him very much, very much. This guy could convince the dean of students, sign the things that the dean even didn't wish to sign. He was a very tough guy. He was a director of finance, But this is a leader who used to listen what people want, and he will deliver what people want. That is how leadership should be. And trust me, if you listen to your people, it is very important. You will learn a lot. You will learn a lot. Then there's this section, somebody has wrote me this one message on my messenger, that there are these leaders who take advantage of the governors. Whatever the governors are doing, these members of parliament come boasting in their name. Trust me, you are the one who is judging. And trust me, you have a right to expose this out. If you can't expose this out, let's give them the next 5 years. If they are not going to deliver what we want, then you are the person who has that right to kick them out come 2027. If you're a young man there and you're eyeing to lead 2027, don't wait until 2027. It's now when you start delivering, giving people unga, buying. Start it now. Start your foundation. We will support you. We will support you. Start your foundation. Start making that impact. Sometimes you don't need to be in that parliament or to be wherever you want to be. Now is when you start delivering. Start delivering the services now. Start touching people's life now. Take maybe 2 or 3 kids to school. Let people know that you're doing something. Don't wait until 2027. Now is when you're going to hire those big cars. Then you want to show us how the big cars you have, how the good life you're living. Then you're asking for votes. Then when we vote for you, then you disappear. You disappear for the rest of your life, and we will never see you again. We must change the way we do things, by the way. Let us change. Let us not do things because it's for a season. Let's do things. Let's make it a standard. For those people who believe in good leadership, like me, I believe in good leadership. Trust me. I'm enjoying Burning Spear here with me. If you're watching me wherever you're watching me, just leave me a comment there and share this video. Remember to log into YouTube and also subscribe as we enjoy the same conversation wherever you are. And one thing I want to remind you, if you are within Eldoret and you want to have your house to be furnished very well with good furniture, don't forget to contact a Class D Furniture. It's just within the Eldoret town, and they do all countrywide deliveries. That is on favor of Class D Furniture. Good leaders are being embraced. That's one thing I can tell you. Like for those who supported Raila Odinga has been doing consistency in politics for a very long time, trust me. And even today, Raila Odinga has been that one politician you can't just ignore him. He's in the game all through because he does small things in a bigger way. And trust me, maybe if you don't support him or you support him, that is none of my business. But one thing I can tell you is that if you're a leader, if you have a chance to lead people, do the small things in a bigger way, and people will always emulate you wherever they are. Let me tell you, if you want to be remembered, even in that company, even in that small village where you come from, start touching people's life. There are people who are living a kind of life, even having a meal, affording a meal. It's not easy. Come up with an activity. If you're a member of parliament, come up with an activity. yeah, spend like 10 to 20,000 of you that CDF money that you're keeping there and keeping those small ladies in there in Lavington, yeah. Give out that 20,000. Come up with an activity whereby people can give all their work there, all their minds there. Like this one women rep who has just opened a vocational training center whereby ladies are there training to know how to do computer, you know, kutengeneza nguo, vitu kama hizo, and they're really making money. And those who are doing that, they take those clothes and they sell them to people. They get money, they pay themselves. Don't just be there spending CDF money and enjoying your life and forgetting that there are people who elected you genuinely and they want those services. Do something. If you're a leader, I'm talking to leaders today. If you're a member of parliament, if you're a manager somewhere, if you're a supervisor somewhere, if you're a CEO somewhere, I'm talking to you. Impact people's life in one way. You know, you might be paying me, you might be paid, but maybe mentally I'm not okay. You know, I just come to that job because I want to come. I'm coming to that job because I've got no option. Get me? So we must learn to embrace our people, embrace our juniors, embrace those people who are down there and they wish to grow in life. As I come to the last segment of this diaspora stories tonight, I want to leave you with this, say that embrace the juniors in your society. If you're looking down upon anyone, unless you're looking down to their shoes. One man said that the difference between here and there is letter T. And T stands for what? Time. Thank you for watching this show from wherever you are. And let us meet here tomorrow at the same time. Thank you very much as we enjoy the music.